Hello and welcome to the Adventures of Russell number 30. Yes, it's my 30th adventure and 2020 marks a decade on YouTube. So I thought I'd take this opportunity while we're in lockdown to have a look back at the last decade of adventures. Let's go back to the beginning. My first adventure. I had a video camera that was my stepmother's. It wasn't necessarily a very good one. I had a laptop with Windows Movie Maker, and I decided, let's have a bit of fun with this, let's see what happens. And lo and behold, I was at my friend's mother's workplace, which was in the middle of the Bathurst shopping centre during a fire evacuation. The alarms were wailing and everything. And this is what I ended up with.
Copy and paste out there.
Exactly. You're panicking, Laura. It's the alarm. The fire. Is she panicking? No, she looks so calm. She knows what she's doing. She's got to make sure the stock's on there.
They can't, they're sick of me already. That's just a lot of wavy camera and me saying a lot of things. And you can tell I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted to be the next YouTube star. So let's move on, shall we? Documenting all parts of my life in 2010, I was in year 12, finally graduating and finishing school, and now I was signing out of school.
Okay, at last, finally, we're leaving school and we're signing out. We've got the forms here. I'm here with Laura. As you can see, she's there. We're signing out, Kelso High, ever. So here we go, time to have fun. So we've been told we have to go to the library, get everything signed, this stupid form here, and then we have to go to the front office to check if we've got any fees overdue. Then we're going to see Mr. Bart, get him to sign it.
It was a very long and convoluted process to sign out of school, but I managed to do it somehow.
Without Russell. Isn't it lonely and depressing? And look, there's Laura. Yeah, be quiet. Library.
Oh, look at those horrible transitions. Oh.
We're both just here at First Road still. Yeah, we all had fun in there. And that's where Mr. Gunter's room is.
So I'm sure Kelso High campus has changed a lot in the last decade. I'd love to really have a look. So if anyone from Kelso High is watching and wouldn't mind showing me around, that would be great.
You can tell me. None. She wants to stay here, people. She loves school. She wants to stay here.
I feel really bad for Chrysanth. I wasn't exactly nice to her in this video. Sorry, Chrysanth.
Funny. If you didn't pay your fees and you stayed enrolled until like 2050 and they eventually repossessed like a small TV. So here we are, really bored. As you can see, Laura's really bored. Look at that lonely.
She's over me doing this. She knows I still do this today.
Right next to English areas of the school, so yeah, we're waiting forward.
Now, I can't remember which order it came in, whether we had graduation or we signed out then had graduation. I can't quite remember. I think we would have signed out first, then had graduation. So this was 19th of November, which was 4 days. I think it was the 15th of November that we graduated. But the shot that you can just see here in the really blurry footage was we were getting our photos taken, a big group photo being taken, and which I will pop up here, the same. And while this photo was being taken, I'm in my smooth criminal outfit. I look amazing, and because I'm in all white, I pop out. I stand out. Everyone can see me. And my brother, my twin brother, who is prone to mischief and likes raining on my parade because it's so hard living in the shadow of someone so fabulous as myself, decided to flick my hat several times while taking photos. So if you can see in this group photo how annoyed I am, but still trying to look good, and all the douchebag boys behind me just giggling at my annoyance, including my brother. So that's what's going on here. This is something I've been looking forward to showing you, and this is some of the earliest creative filming that I've ever done, really. So this is just a bunch of little skits that we came up with, and I can sort of explain each of them. They're not exactly perfect or anything. So this is some of the earliest stuff that I creatively produced and directed and starred in. And I'm very proud of it, even though it wasn't exactly how the TV worked and stuff like that. You get the general idea. So this first little video, I love this one to bits, is, brand power. And we were annoyed with junior students, so year 7, 8, 9 sort of thing, constantly getting in our way. We've been there since 2005 to 2010, we're seniors, we want you to get out of the way now. You know, you'll get to have your time in the sun when you're on Year 12 too. So as a joke, I was like, oh, let's make up a product where you can get rid of junior students so our Year 12s can walk around the place. And this is what we came up with. And fortunately, we had a lot of good sports involved.
Pino Band 20 does more than just kills germs and eliminates odours. It also eliminates juniors.
I wish I'd had Pino Bam 20 years
Mrs. Chopping was my favourite history teacher. She taught me about women's liberation and the Vietnam moratoriums and, you know, all those progressive social movements that happened in post-World War II Australia, which had a huge influence on me wanting to be socially progressive and to have an impact on my society. And on my Year 12 shirt, she signed "Make History." And as a Michael Jackson fan, that means so much to me because that's what I want to do. I want to leave my impact on the world. And thank you, Mrs. Chopping, for making me have a love for modern history. Particularly in Australia, I don't know about anyone else around the world, but in Australia in the 90s, there was a famous ad for the Yellow Pages, which was a phone book. Literally a big, thick book, yellow book full of everyone's phone numbers. Now we just Google things. Well, I decided to make a parody of this because I was like, well, if we can't have a bit of fun, why not? Let's recreate this one. So I decided to actually get the deputy principal, who was also one of my maths teachers, Mr. Bright. And he had no control over this whatsoever. But it's all self-explanatory. Basically, instead of the phone book, we've got the panorama, which was the yearbook. And me being the narcissist wanted my photos in it. So this is what we came up with.
Right? Where's my photo in the yearbook? Not having right!
Ah, this. You gotta love all these cheesy. So Twilight was big.
I'm sorry, Bella, but I'm gay.
Still am gay, by the way. And that took like 12 takes. And we did that in the staff room. So at this point, as you can hear, the tripod's really creaky. Chrysanth wanted to put fart noises under it, and I was like, no, don't point out it, it's funny. As you can see, it was really wet there, and it had been raining, and I had no grip on my boots. Literally, they were just flat, so that was fun. Ah, here we go. This is all the bloopers I'm pointing out. That was a gag that never happened. Alright, Pano Band 20. I'm in the shot. We chalk that up to a rehearsal, I guess. We didn't realise the camera was on. That was a 5-minute clip I cut down to like 30 seconds. She just wouldn't let go. We didn't like the Year 9s. Oh, Edward, I love you. So we were holding up a mobile phone with the song up to the camera. By this point, I had moved to Canberra and I became a residential assistant, which meant that it was my responsibility to report to CIT's housing department or whatever they were, student services, but basically I lived on the Bruce campus even though I studied at Reed campus. And my responsibility was I had a master key so I could get into everyone's room, so if they got locked out, I'd let them back in, and to report any issues, and to make sure everyone was following the rules. But we were there a week early because we had to do our training, and we decided to have a pool party. And this is what happened.
I just moved in CIT Bruce. That's the awesome place. It's the other RAs and stuff. And here we have Stiffy. Oh, nice and wet. We're having our pool party.
We were trying to have a pool party. Yes, didn't quite go to plan. Look, here I am. I'm
He's not
blonde.
much of a left. Stiffy living it. Yeah.
Stiffy's
My block
Yeah,
too,
you live under
Stiffy.
me.
Yeah.
It's Stiffy and Russell's block.
Stiffy and Russell. I should feel like that on it. Stiffy and Russell.
Now we'll jump back to 2011, to a time before marriage equality. And I made this little video to show a marriage equality rally that I attended. Like my second one that I'd ever been to, and it was definitely not what I was expecting. But I can also point out how Canberra has changed since this time. Let's have a look if I can find it. Oh, okay. Not the best shot, but here, the Australian, it was a pub. I think it had, does it say Australian? Let's see if I can find it.
Okay, here.
Yeah, Australian, there you go. The pub that closed, it was open but it closed by August that time, and is now a, what is it? It's like a Mexican restaurant pub thing. Definitely not an Australian bar anymore.
I am down in Canberra, merry-go-round.
This merry-go-round isn't painted like this anymore. It's got bright, bold pastel colours.
See, Jeremy Place, I think it's called.
Glam.
And I'm here at my
Gorilla place.
second Equal Rights rally. My friend Noni here, who's doing a cool little sign. Say hi.
There's Noonie.
As you can see.
She lives in Dubbo now.
Hate marriage
Good friend.
equality. And then
We
it's
actually met in
like,
Bathurst
let me take
many,
you
many
back
years
to
ago.
1953 where you belong. Yeah, that's nice. So we've got all these people, and we're going to start rallying soon.
Now, I don't know who's talking here.
Thanks for coming out this afternoon, because without the support of these rallies and without the ability to...
I know handheld isn't perfect, but seriously, I could have tried better. I don't know if I used my phone or something, but there is a dip of quality here. What are they marching for?
Fighting for marriage equality.
There you go.
Now! Equal rights!
There's Q,
Now.
Canberra's only gay bar. Very straight these days. So I think we tried to make this funny where I'm the crazy one and everyone else is really boring, even though they're wearing a sheep and a jester hat. Oh dear. Fast forward, we're going to jump a couple of years to 2013, and this is basically the start of the Canberra series. It's the proto-Canberra series, and I start to put a little bit more information and facts into my videos. So this is, yeah, the Centenary of Canberra. Now, I do say at the start of this that I hadn't seen anything except my great-grandfather turn 100, but then I also remembered I was alive in 2001 to see the Centenary Federation as well. So 3 things in my lifetime have turned 100, and we're waiting for the Queen to turn 100 too, but you know, that's still another 4 years away. So let's have a look at the Centenary of Canberra celebrations.
Hello everyone, happy Canberra Day, I should say. Today's pretty special because today is the day.
Okay, I'm not quite sure why it's zoomed in so
Yes,
tight.
I've only
I
ever seen
think
one
it
thing
might
from 100,
be
that's my great-grandfather. He's
I'm
passed
using
away
the
in
wrong
2006, so this is
ratio, aspect ratio.
only once in a lifetime do you get
And
such
I don't know why it's
creation
sort of doing the
of a
wave
capital
thing
city.
as well,
But
because
not
I
only that, but see,
know
the centenary
Windows
of that
Movie
is
Maker couldn't.
amazing. I came here in year
I know
11,
Windows Movie Maker
and-
couldn't do
Not
that.
year 11. I was 11 years old, and I fell in love with the city, and now
Someone
I can't believe
disliked
that I'm
this,
here
I
at
don't
the
know who.
Centenary. So I'm going to go down to the lake with my... So excited. So, 1913 was when Canberra was first founded, built, whatever, just by a couple of stones all the way down there, over the Parliament House. Probably can't really see
Oh
it.
dear.
And
As you can
now
see,
here we are, a
proto,
century
very
later,
early.
celebrating 100 glorious years of our nation's capital. Okay, so I don't know if you're getting both this in, but it's now... What time is it? 7:30, we're waiting for fireworks, 8:45.
We'd spent, I think, the whole day down by the lake at this point. We were there at like 2, 1
Been
o'clock.
good? That's good. Awesome.
And, yeah.
I've enjoyed it so far. I'm awfully a bit sunburnt, or sun enjoyed.
Sun enjoyed. I like that.
Sun
Sun
tolerated.
kissed, I think is what I was
Yeah,
saying.
enjoyed. So now we're waiting for the fireworks to celebrate Canberra's centenary.
Yeah, everyone subscribe for quality content like that. So in 2013 I turned 21, so we've gone from March all the way to October, and on my 21st birthday I had Russell 21. I got a custom made outfit based off a Michael Jackson outfit. I designed the whole party, not exactly fabulously, but it was there and it was designed. And I decided to do a Michael Jackson performance as well. And what I came up with was a medley. So I had Smooth Criminal, Thriller, then Billie Jean. And this is basically what I ended up with. And I had to edit this using Windows Movie Maker. And it wasn't easy to do, to try and sync up the audio with the video with such primitive hardware. So I had a setup where I had the TV in the background to add a little bit of character to, you know, copy what Michael was doing for This Is It. And yeah, I had people record it and everything. So here I was in my Smooth Criminal outfit, the exact same one I wore to my Year 12 graduation. Trying to be cool, not quite working. But as you can tell, I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson. And my also, 21st birthday cake, right here. I love licorice all sorts, so I was like, I want a licorice all sort birthday cake, and this is what they came up with. So I cheated with this, because this is what Michael does when he tours, is he wears the jacket and a white shirt, and then he'll just wear his Billie Jean or dance pants. And you'll see here, there's a line down the pants. And this is to extend the leg to make it look longer and to draw more attention to it when you're dancing. Yeah, I forgot what I was doing. That was embarrassing. I did a better take in a studio, which I'll show you later. What I'm really proud of is, so I had a quick transition. Fortunately, it was much easier to transition out of this. Is my Billie Jean performance out of this. So as I said, Smooth Criminal, Thriller, Billie Jean medley. I changed outfits. I had my sister interacting, which is quite funny. She's sitting here and her hair ends up in my brother's cake. Well. And I'm using music from Michael Jackson's Bad Tour in 1988. Okay, so I've got this really bad habit of looking down when I dance. And the reason why I have that is because I usually look at my shadow when I'm out dancing outside and stuff. Because if I don't have a mirror, I can see my shadow. And it's just a habit that I've kept, and it's really bad because you're meant to look out. And it's okay when I'm speaking and stuff like that, but as soon as I start dancing, I look down, and it's so bad. Okay, where's the bit where I literally throw my hat into the crowd? Because that's fun. This bit, where is it? Let it load. Okay. I like this bit. Bad editing on my part. And then cut! Russell 21. The other trick is to have if you're ever doing lip sync and stuff like that, have an audio track at the crowd. So if no one cheers in the crowd, you've got a crowd cheering for you anyway. And I had my friend Megan design this logo just for me for my 21st birthday, Russell 21. This video is a little bit of a special one because it's the first one that features my boyfriend, Adam. Now at the time we were seeing each other, but we weren't dating yet. So he wasn't my boyfriend just yet. But we had a common love of tea and a common love of Doctor Who, so we decided to go on a date together to the Mad Hatter tea parties. Now I was the Mad Hatter, as you can see here, and it was, yeah, all about me, but then I became full-time or something like that, So I couldn't work on Sundays anymore, which is when these were. So, as you can see, it was all about me.
Hello everyone, I know it's been a while since I've last been on YouTube, but here I am dressed up as the Doctor, because you can't go wrong with being dressed up as the Doctor, but I'm going to a lovely little place called Adore Tea in Gold Creek. It's just behind my cameraman, who's Adam. Hello Adam, how are you?
So the 11th Doctor has a thing with his hands. So I was trying to get my hands.
Everyone, hold on to your hats, hold on tight, we're going to have a Mad Hatter tea party. Enjoy. Okay, so the coolest thing about Mad Hatter tea parties is this door. Now, it's not time...
Once again, proto 2-camera stuff. Trying to be like, you know, Getaway or something.
Okay.
Okay. Adam!
Yay! Adam won!
Okay, go collect your prize.
This is your prize.
Yay!
Congratulations, Jake. This.
Thanks, little Miss Rabbit.
You can have yours.
Adam won, I'm so happy. Now this is a really sweet video which I actually won an award for. So in 2015? Yeah, 2015. The Bathurst Regional Council wanted to hold a YouTube competition to celebrate the history of Bathurst. And they were like, yeah, we need entries for this competition. I was like, oh yeah, I did a video about Bathurst, which was the Adventures of Russell number 14. 14? And I came third.
Adventure number 14, I believe. Oh,
14?
14, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Over 4 years I've done 13 adventures. But yes, this time we're going back to...
So I'm recording this on my phone.
I think it was number 10.
Well, Adam's filming.
I took Aneshka. But this time I'm taking Riddell, who's really excited. It's your first time to Bathurst, isn't it?
It is, actually, and I actually watched the Bathurst for the first time the other day, like ever, and it was really interesting.
I feel homesick whenever I watch Bathurst 1000. Anyway, so we're going to record our trip. We're going to be singing, dancing, having lots of fun, meeting the family.
We get distracted very
Caravan's
easily.
boyfriend.
So here I am talking about
It is one of the main focal points
the
of
courthouse
Bathurst,
on
being a
Russell
very
Street.
Victorian style building. On each side there are wings which used to contain the post office.
As you all know, I won an award for that series, for the Adventures of Russell 14 to Bathurst, and I couldn't attend because I was in Canberra, so I sent my stepmother and my little sister to represent me. And instead, I also sent this video in, and they never played it, so I was like, well, I'll just put it on my YouTube channel. So here's for your viewing pleasure.
Hi everyone, I do apologise that I couldn't make it there tonight, but Bathurst has a special place in my heart, so it was a lot of fun making this film. I'd like to do a special call out to Adam, my boyfriend, who did a lot of the filming for this, also my two best friends, Bradell and Aneshka, who featured in this film with me. So thank you so much, I'm honoured and very grateful for receiving third place in this competition.
Oh, so I have the camera that I'm talking to now. Adam gave it to me for Christmas in 2014. We were dating by that point. So I was able to actually make a little bit nicer videos, still using Windows Movie Maker, and I had to use a plugin so it would all work. So I held a fundraiser for Australian marriage equality in 2015. And of course I made a video about it because I wanted to have evidence for it. I raised over $4,000 for Australian marriage equality, which went towards training youth leaders to help fight for marriage equality, and they're probably still activists today from that experience. I learnt a lot and I had no idea what I was doing, but it was still a lot of fun. Okay, where's the cool stuff? Okay, so Laura and her mum, which you'll remember from my first video, came to Canberra to be a part of this. As you can see, I grew my hair out quite long. It didn't quite work.
Awesome like that. We get Laura in the back.
You've got to keep everyone entertained, so I told everyone to dress up in rainbows, and this is what we got. It was good fun. And all these people, a lot of them are regulars, or they're from P-Flag, so it was very good to feel accepted and loved by all these people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, cool. Okay, so, okay, I don't even know how a plebiscite works, so let's just experiment.
I soon learned. In 2017 we had a plebiscite. There you go.
It's not binding it, guys.
That is Ivan Hinton Tio's mother, who is the most sweetest darling ever.
So much, guys. Your next service should be out at some point soon, hopefully. I don't know when, but soon! It's the sweet service! God!
This is Ivan I was talking about. He was talking about where we were for marriage equality at that point, and we were still another 2 years away. But we were optimistic, we were working hard, and this was my way of contributing.
The reality that the Liberal government is going through their growing pains on the issue of marriage equality.
I think Malcolm Turnbull was Prime Minister? Hard to tell at this point.
Just recognise the reality in which we all find out.
Andrew Barr, the Chief Minister of the ACT, came to this, not in an official capacity, just as someone to show up. I tried to get him to talk and I feel kind of guilty trying, but he was there. He's hiding behind this tree. If you want to watch the full videos, all the links to the videos are going to be in the description as well. Once I had this video camera, I really wanted to be able to film a teapot tutorial. So we were taught how to teach everyone how to use our teapots at Adore Tea, and I wanted to make a video about it. And me not knowing how to do video production properly, only a little bit of editing, amateur editing, this is what I came up with. I'm very proud of this video, all things considered.
Hi there, my name is Russell and I work for Adore Tea. Today I'll be explaining how to use the Adore Tea teapot. Once again, when your tea is ready, brew time varies depending on the tea. Remove the lid onto the table.
So this was the bane of my existence during my time at Adore Tea. I'd teach people how to take the infuser out, and then they'd do it wrong. So this is how you're meant to do it.
Having the infuser on its side means it's harder to accidentally push over while the drips are caught in the lid.
See? That's why you do it. But people would stand it upright and it would annoy the hell out of me. It had always been a dream of mine since high school, since watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Even, to travel to Japan and see what it was really like. So I managed to go there. Adam and I had planned a Japan plan, and then we had a Japan holiday. And I made a whole, so Adventures of Russell number 21 was split over to like 12 videos or something like that. And I document the whole trip, not necessarily very entertaining to watch, but this is probably more interesting to look at.
Now, so in this video we'll be checking out...
So what I made sure is I wore the same shirt that is featured in that video as well, to try and add a little bit of continuity.
Now, Osaka, surprisingly, is quite a big city. I thought the cities would get smaller the further we went west, but no, that wasn't the case. So yeah, lots of cool things to see. This is only a small fraction of what we actually saw.
There's Osaka Castle. So I put my phone on to play our song. This is Adam and I's song. And we're on Het 5, a giant red Ferris wheel in Osaka, but it wasn't the one we were going for. There's another one in Osaka somewhere. Dotonbori Street. Famous nightlife market street.
Osaka, it is this sign here. As you can see, it has a giant crab on it, which measures...
I just noticed, this looks like a bunch of pictures of Sue Sylvester. This is a creepy clown. I didn't know what it was, and I was like, who the hell, what is this? And apparently it's from an old restaurant.
Installed in
2017, I'm now moving into CIT to study screen and media. And this is basically a turning point in my channel where I say, oh yeah, I'm going to make Canberra series videos now.
Hi there everyone, Russell here. Just wanted to give you an update for 2017. So this year I'm currently studying screen and media at CIT, and I'm planning on producing better and higher quality content for you all. So for this year I will be going around to different locations throughout Canberra and explaining a little bit about their design, their history, and what you can do in those locations. So if you have any ideas of what you'd like to learn about Canberra or any places you'd like me to check out, please feel free.
That still counts. You can still tell me if you want me to do anything about Canberra. Send me a message, leave a comment, and I'll look into it. Who knows, it might be worthwhile checking into.
Great content for you in 2017. Thanks for watching.
So this is one of the first assignments that I had to do for CIT, and it was basically, I wanted to do a video that would help people who are in the closet, who wanted to come out, but we had to do a post-apocalyptic theme. So I was like, well, let's just change LGBTIQ to mutant and genetic diverse people. And this is what we came up with. This is before I knew how to edit. So I didn't do the editing for this one, but I wrote the script. Over the last few years, it has become rather common for mutant and genetically diverse people to come out at a younger and younger age. And Australia has quite high approval ratings of even mutant marriage at 70%. But sometimes coming out of the closet can go a little bit wrong, especially with more conservative parents. Unfortunately, statistics show that homeless mutants represent about 40% of all homeless youth, which is quite unfortunate and very overrepresented. Not our best work. We were only doing Cert 3. This is the first thing that we'd done. I'd done the research, but it was I was using real facts. I want this video, even though it's crap and doesn't look amazing, I wanted it to be able to actually help people, so people could watch this if they were in the closet and they'd be like, oh, coming out as a mutant, oh yeah, talking about mutants, blah blah blah. So I actually wanted it to be of use to people. This is what I'm really proud of 2017. This was my first major assignment, and it was a documentary on Canberra called The Planned Capital. Now I can show you, this is the opening for this. I won't show you the whole thing because it's like a 5-minute documentary, it takes a while. But it's basically what spurred the entire Canberra series, is this video. And so this is the opening. So I was like, oh, it'd be really great if we got a drone shot on the top of Mount Ainslie of Canberra. And we went up there, we just finished an interview and we're like, oh yeah, we'll go up and film. And there was a guy with a drone. And I was like, hey dude, do you mind if we like borrow your drone to do this shot? And he's like, yeah, that's cool. Though technically I think it was illegal because we're too close to the airport. But this is the shot in the documentary.
When a bunch of colonies federate and they don't have a capital, they design and build one, of course. I'm Russell and welcome to the Planned Capital, Canberra.
So that's what happens in this one. But the drone doesn't have any audio, so we had to use a boom mic and everything, and I forgot what I was saying, so that's why I'm holding my phone. So this is actually what the shot looked like before all the editing. I recommend you all watch this. It's one of my most successful Canberra series videos, most successful videos on my channel. It currently stands at 2,094 views, but I am incredibly proud of this video. Now this is where I started to branch out into video gaming as well. And I love Michael Jackson and Sega, so I wanted to do a review, and I wanted to do something for the 6th anniversary of Michael Jackson's death. So if any of you know me, you will know that I love Sega and I absolutely adore Michael Jackson. So when I realized there was a Michael Jackson game on the Sega Mega Drive, I absolutely had to get it.
First level is Club 30, which is based off the...
But what I loved about this was an opportunity to wear my smooth criminal outfit again. And I thought that's a good way to tie in. So even though everything looks a bit bland, and though I've tried to MJ it up as much as possible, I can at least connect what I'm wearing to the content that I'm talking about. But there's also one of my more successful AOR, like Adventures of Russell, AOR gaming games.
I personally feel a remake of Moonwalker would do well in LEGO Dimensions.
Just a passing comment, I think it would do well in LEGO Dimensions. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, have a good day. Now, 2017, as I said before, we didn't know marriage equality was coming at this point, so we had, and then they were like, yes, we're going to do a postal survey through the ABS, not the Electoral Commission, so blah blah blah. And it was so dumb and painful because we had 2 months of campaigning going, vote no, vote yes, and the vote no side decided to talk about everything except marriage equality, about how bad, you know, trans people are sick and all that stuff. All these harmful lies that were deceitful and very hard, like, it's, someone literally skywrote no in the sky, and it was just horrible for all queer people, and I will never ever ever forgive the Liberals for what they did because of the postal survey. So here is a testament to the future that I will never vote Liberal, primarily because of the postal survey. But I wanted to contribute, I wanted to do something positive for the campaign.
Hello everyone, I just wanted to make a quick guide to the postal survey on same-sex marriage. You will receive your survey in the mail between the 30th of September and the 25th of September. Keep an eye on your mailbox. If you have not received one by the 25th, you can contact the Australian Bureau of Statistics via their website, which is shown on screen, but you only have until the 20th of October to order a replacement. Once you've received your survey, carefully open it, as a damaged survey may not be counted. You will receive a letter explaining what to do.
Now, I didn't realise until afterwards, but people could see the barcode on your thing and they could actually steal it, so I had to like censor it all.
Select a dark ink pen.
I had a lot of pens,
And make sure you only
and I'd already voted yes, but I needed to redo this shot, so I was like, oh, I'll just take a bit of paper over it, that'll do. And as you can see, I had to use the YouTube censor to cover up the barcode so no one could steal my vote, because this is how serious I took this.
If you're unsure where to post it, Australian Post
I had 10 likes and 3 dislikes. Those 3 people aren't nice people.
Once you have found a postbox, send your
So that's
completed
CRT
form
Bruce
before the
campus, that's
27th
walking
of
distance.
October. The result will be announced on the 15th of November.
And yeah, I literally recorded me putting my survey in. I was like, this is it. Barjo was leaving Good Game Spawn Point, and they were like, yes, open auditions for new host on Good Game Spawn Point. And I was like, yeah, this would be amazing. I'd love to go on to Good Game Spawn Point and to be a host and talk about video games and review games and to interview people about video games, etc. So I literally set up my lounge room as a 3-point lighting system to record this review. And I had help from some friends of mine who were doing the same course. I had to do some audio recordings. So I was like, yep, we'll get a lapel mic and we'll get a shotgun mic and we'll record this and they can use the recordings.
Hello, I'm Russell and this is my quick review for Sonic Forces.
Now it had to be 2 minutes.
As a Sonic fan, I've been treated to 2 Sonic the Hedgehog games this year. Sonic Mania and now Sonic Forces.
See, my problem is that I was trying to memorize the script, and the director, so I did work experience at GGSP a year later, and I was like, can you have a look at this and give me some pointers? And he said to me, my personality didn't come through, I was a bit too fact heavy, and yeah, I basically didn't have a lot of personality behind it. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll try and work on that. Moving on to the next big assessment that I did was my own creative film. Now I personally don't like making creative films because I'm not very good at making fiction. I can work with facts and I can make a narrative with facts. That's why I like doing the Canberra series. But this is something that was inspired by Gretel Colleen's Minister for Men, and I decided to flip the whole idea of myths and stereotypes about queer people and place them onto heterosexuals.
My name's Russell and I'm the Minister for Heterosexual Affairs. Now you're probably wondering why a gay man has this portfolio. Okay, Prime Minister, thank you. Bye. Ugh, bloody straight people. If I hear about his wife one more goddamn time, I'm gonna slap someone. Like honestly, I'm fine with you being straight, but keep it behind closed doors, please. Oh.
So there are some good, I wouldn't mind reshooting this with better actors to actually have a little bit more fun with this.
The heterosexuals of this country need. My father was a heterosexual, my mother is a heterosexual, even my gardener is a heterosexual, so I have a fairly good idea of the ins and outs of the heterosexual lifestyle. So what do you think of this whole straight sex thing? Like, how does he know how it works? Like, how do you know which hole to put it in?
So that was actually a joke by my boyfriend Adam. I was like, that's a great idea, let's chuck that in. Like, that's hilarious. Which hole do you put it in? I don't know, I'm a gay man. We only have one hole, that makes it easy. Now, this is my favorite joke out of the entire video. So I'm like, oh yes, I'm a professional, I treat everyone with dignity and respect.
Hey! What does a straight horse eat? Hey!
So I was just like, oh, okay, right. So, yes, straight horses eat, hey! I'm assuming that's how straight people talk. But here is an outtake from that same shot where one of my, we're shooting this near the staff room, so one of my teachers comes in and, yes, you can hear me literally greet him.
Hey! What does a straight horse eat?
Moving on to the following year, so I ended up making a second creative film, and basically you've got to write what you know, so I wrote nothing. I came up with a concept of two people fighting over putting milk in tea, because I personally don't like milk in tea, and I think that's the best way to drink tea, so I thought I'd make a drama out of it, and I realized later on that I actually made a silent film, and it was hard to script, because I was like, well, here's the storyboard, can't you just learn the storyboard? It ended up being called It's Debatable, which you can probably see at the bottom of the screen there, but initially it was called The Great Tea Bait. This was all improv, by the way, this scene. I didn't even realize it, but it was all done by improv, and I thought it was great. This scene, though, we had to use a hat. We had to have two people, shot for 2 minutes, had to have a hat. But that didn't go to plan like that, actually. It ended up a little bit different. Those are my two creative films that I did for CIT, and now we're moving into stuff that I was a little bit more interested in to do at CIT, and we produced a cooking show, reality cooking show. So it was fact-based television, and we had no idea what we were doing. We were learning as we went, and it was probably, well, that's the point of CIT, but it still wasn't exactly fun to not know what you were doing and constantly make mistakes and not have things look decent or good. But this is a trailer that I made for for Pressure Cooker, which is the show that we made.
I'm hoping that we get over the line this time, but, you know, I'm not holding my breath.
Of course, I always aim to win.
Just tell the other team good luck in the kitchen and bring their A game, because we'll be bringing ours.
Today's theme is fine dining.
Classic ingredients, classic theme, and judges that want to see an expression of personality in the dishes. This will be interesting.
Having the theme fine dining, it adds a little bit more pressure to what you're doing because it has to be perfect.
We used Thai fillet from Minto Galloway.
It's a classic fine dining cut meat.
My most successful Canberra series video outside of the planned capital is actually a video that I did for the Canberra Light Rail. So I spent an afternoon chasing the light rail up and down the light rail corridor to get footage of it during testing just before it opened. So this was a rush edit to get it all together in time to have literally uploaded at 9 AM for the first day of light rail. Hello and welcome to the Adventures of Russell the Canberra series. In this episode we're checking out the Canberra Light Rail. I want to emphasize this point. We have light rail. We have light rail vehicles. We do not have trams. They are not trams, they are light rail. That is it, okay? End of discussion. They are light rail vehicles, not trams. Because both use rails, but trams operate on the road, like these ones in Melbourne. While light rail uses a dedicated corridor that can be parallel to the road, but not on it. So last year, the voice actor for Yugi and the Pharaoh from Yu-Gi-Oh! Dan Green was visiting Australia, and I got to see him while he was here for Supernova, and I got him to record a little short script for a trailer for my YouTube video. So I literally have Dan Green as Yugi and the Pharaoh discussing my YouTube channel. And just to prove that I have met him, I have this photo. See? I have met him. And that's me in my cosplay. So here it is.
Hey Pharaoh, check this out! What is it, Yugi? It's the Adventures of Russell YouTube channel. Looks interesting. Yeah, he records his adventures and fills them with cool facts. He even does videos about video games. Russell sounds like a person with the heart of a duelist. What else has he got? You'll like this. He has a whole series dedicated to Canberra. I would like to know more about this time period. But Yugi, we need to get going. The gang is waiting. Oh, right. I better make sure I have subscribed so I don't miss a thing. Let's go!
Floriade, and I just want to tell you about this little section here.
In 2008, the first
So we're talking about Night Fest, which is a night festival at Floriade, and this section here that you can see, it took us like 10 minutes to get approval just for this shot, to talk to her, to make it look like I was buying tickets. I had to ask her, and she asked her boss, and then her boss was like, no, you gotta talk to the manager, and then the manager was like, oh no, we need to talk to Visit Canberra. And they were like, oh yeah, they looked me up to make sure I was legit. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. So we finally got this shot. And then when I sent her the video to say yes, or not this person, but the Visit Canberra person, they were like, yep, here's my video, what do you think? And they were like, oh, that's really cool. Do you want tickets to Night Fest? What night would you like to go? And I was like, oh, I want to see the Veronicas perform. Can we go that night? And they're like, yeah, sure, here's 2 free tickets. So I got free tickets to see the Veronicas at Night Fest because of this one shot.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of AOR Gaming, because today I'm unboxing the new Proplica Dual Disc.
Now this is my most successful YouTube video on my entire channel in the last 10 years. It's got over 7,000 views at this point, and it's all because I'm unboxing this really cool dual disc. I'm really proud of it, it's really cool. So I honestly can't believe that this is my most successful video.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, but it's bloody heavy, this thing, but it looks great and I love it. So this is my most successful video on my channel, 7,000 views, and I just can't believe it. One of my more recent Adventures, the Canberra series videos, this is where I really wanted to take it to push my personality and show a little bit of interest into what I create. And this was it, really. This is the video that I did for the AIS, so I tried to wear a bit of an outfit. So I tried to look sporty. I don't know if I pulled that off. This is literally what I wear to the gym, except for the headbands. Really. This is my favorite shot out of the entire one.
If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment and share. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button.
And of course, finally, my most recent video, The Adventures of Russell number 29, The Joys of Baking Honey Joys. So I wanted to try and put the word joy or joys into this video as much as I possibly could.
Hello,
so to do this shot, I literally had to blue tack the Honey Joys to the tray to show it to you. And this is Adam's hand. Honey Joys are a simple and delicious recipe which are a joy to make with only 4 ingredients combined into a patty pan. Now this is proof how the pandemic has changed things, because I normally wouldn't do a hand washing scene. So speed things up to cut things along here, but this is what I like. So trying to copy what bigger channels do.
Now to add the cornflakes.
I was happy with that shot. It just looked really cool. It's a cool jump cut. It looks like you're using, it's TV magic, people. And then, of course, as my friends noticed, I say the perfect way to have any afternoon is with a cup of tea.
Enjoy.
And that's basically the last 10 years of me on YouTube. Some of it, most of it, probably my earlier stuff, not so good, and it's sort of evolved into something a little bit better. I'm still not amazing, but it's something to keep me busy, keep my skills a little bit fresh, and an opportunity to explore ideas. I am planning to get back into making more adventures, more of the Canberra series, and more AR gaming. I'm waiting for a copy of Michael Jackson The Experience on the 3DS to come in from France, but due to the pandemic, it is stuck. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get that, but rest assured more content is coming. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment, and share. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button.